a button. I love tarot time. When it's time for tarot, I'm instantly in a good mood. I'm just saying. So we have a fun time scheduled tonight. We're going to do what we always do. I'm not sure, how that's any different. Haiti, what's going on? How are you doing tonight? Get some water, some refreshments. Well, I'm 4 minutes early. I guess I'll shuffle some cards. There we go. Shuffle my Grimalkin Tarot. I do enjoy this one. Alyssa Afro, what's going on? Tamara, hey, how are you doing, Tamara? It is so good to see you. Appreciate you hanging out here tonight with us. Let's see, Robin, what is going on? We have a general reading for the month. Alyssa wants to know, may I ask if the time comes Martin and me will start again? Will he commit to me and be a better man from the Philippines? Let's see, what's going to happen between Marlon and I? Wait a minute, we have a Martin question? We have a Marlon question. That's interesting. CC, what's up? Raina, welcome. How you doing? Karen Moore, hello. How are you doing tonight? How is everything going over there? How's everything in the quarantine land? We're quarantined, but we have riots. So it's an interesting combination there. All right. CC. Well, Haiti, am I pregnant from now and a month? So we want a pregnancy reading for now and a month. We can do that. Let's go to the tower. Let's put one up. I need to put the Grimalkin in here. I think it's going to replace the Dulac. I think the Dulac's had its day. I think the Dulac goes into tower number 2. Tower number 2 gets the Dulac. I mean, I'm just saying. Quarantine. Wasn't that like 5 months ago? Loyal Sunflower, what is going on? All right, what will happen between Greg and I? And let's do Haiti. Man, this Grimalkin smells like chemicals. Yeah, my hands smell like chemicals now. By the way, I'm getting my new claws on Saturday. I'm hyped. Pregnant. Okay, I'm hyped about getting my claws on Saturday. We're going to be using those every day. We're going to be using those claws every single day. It's going to be great. It is going to be great. Okay, let's see. I need to get into the live videos and see if I actually appear or not, because this is a low volume of people. Let's see. All right, let's turn that on. Go next. Excuse me while I handle this issue there. Okay, in Haiti, will I get my taxes? There we go. Okay, so do the Grimalkin Tarot for the pregnancy. So normal pregnancy things are 2 of Cups, maybe the 3 of Cups, definitely the Empress and all this other stuff, maybe the 6 of Cups. Let's see, we do have the 6 of Cups, so we're sort of leaning into that zone. The Queen of Swords, almost like that would be sort of bad news. A pregnancy would be bad news. CM, hello. Good afternoon, evening. What is going on? Annie, hello. What's up? So yeah, the 6 of Cups does point towards children. The 3 of Cups points towards a union. And the Knight of Cups points towards a romance. So we have the romance, we have the union, we have a couple of indication, but we have the Queen of Swords. It's almost like that either blocking this, or that would be bad news, or we have some issues with that or whatnot. Dallas, hello. Good afternoon, evening, and lady. And Ajax Shimsey, what is going on? So, all right, well, entertainment purposes only. Again, entertainment purposes only. We got a couple of indicators of a possible pregnancy. Do have the 6 of Cups. So again, if you go into some of the literature and sort of look at the 6 of Cups, not only is it sharing, but occasionally it is sort of talking about the idea of children and having children, and then you have the Queen of Swords, almost like children would be a bad news. I don't really see anything with the creational aspect, in other words, birth, like a 3, until we get to the Three of Cups. And again, the Three of Cups is a bit of a stretch. When we go for a pregnancy, the Three of Cups is a bit of a stretch. So, but it is there. It is there because we have the 3. We have the creational aspect. We have the birth aspect of the 3. And the Knight of Cups pointing towards a romance that could have caused a situation that comes before this. So basically, I would say between now and a month, again, entertainment purposes only. Get a proper diagnosis from a professional. Go get a test that you can get at the store or whatever, and follow up with that. But I do see indicators of pregnancy. So there you go. I see indicators in cards. But again, see a doctor for a correct diagnosis if you think or if you believe or anything like that. They have tests you can get at the grocery store. And then you can check that out and try that out. But I do see a few indicators. So there we go. All right, Queen of Water, hello. What is going on? How is it going? Going out of business. A favorite downtown grocery store is going out of business. Well, I wonder why. Maybe because they were forced to shut down by the government for 3 months. I'm thinking. All right, HG, when Lavender Seas, what is going on? All right, Lavender Seas wants to know, my manager loves to gossip and pick on people. My other one that thinks he too is extremely annoying. Oh no, we have a manager situation where they're annoying. That never happens. All right, let's look at the Anna K for this. One of my favorites, one of my all-time favorites, a good old Anna K here. When will you get your taxes? Because, I mean, we need them taxes. I'm surprised you haven't gotten it yet. Did you just file it? I got mine in like a week. I just put and mine were moderately complex, but I don't know. Let's see, when will you get your taxes? And we'll check out Lavender Seas. Annoying managers. The annoying managers. That's never good. That's never good at all. They all seem to be annoying. I mean, I don't think I've had a manager yet that's not annoying in some respects. So you never know. Everyone has their own unique annoyances, and things that didn't annoy you before, once you're exposed to them long enough, start to annoy you anyway. That's just how it rolls. That is exactly how it rolls. All right. When will I get my taxes? I'm going to say in 1.5 weeks. Say 1.5 weeks. The Psychic Cindy, welcome. What is going on? Good to see you. Good to see you. So the Queen, I'll say a week and a half. Say a week and a half till we get our taxes. Loyal Sunflower, hello. What is going on? But it's the Queen of Cups, sort of reversed. You're sort of waiting. We're patiently waiting. We're trying it. I mean, at some point, we're just trying to figure out how it goes, right? And we're sort of looking over there, expecting this. And I think that we're looking over there, expecting this. It's been a while. We're being patient, but it has been a while. The Page of Cups, normally very excitable, a very, good energy, a very sort of follow-up energy, ready to roll, ready to do things. And we have the Knight of Swords, which is a very active, a very fast-moving card, sort of reverse, a bit of that pushback. We're not really getting it, even though we expected it. We thought it was coming. We're not getting it. We're not seeing that action. We're not seeing the quick movement, and we're starting to feel it a little bit. And we're sort of ready at this point to get the money. We're ready to get that sort of going. But again, we just haven't seen any indicators of that. But I'm going to say it's about 2.5 weeks. The page talks about messages, the messages about the delay, the messages about this, I think, are about to be overturned or about to be moved. And you sort of see this with the page looking over an obstacle. So the obstacles are there. They see over, they have some expectations about where to get the obstacles removed. And I think you're going to have your tax money in about a week and a half. So let us know all of that stuff. And then we will check out the good old managerial situation. Nobody likes that manager sometimes. Retail managers are gossiping all day. That's terrible. All right. Gossip train. The gossip train. What are we going to do? What are we going to do? I think for a good one that this might hurt tarot, because indeed this might hurt, and we could check out the job screen. Perfect opportunity to go to the job screen and check that out. Wow, that looks terrible in the background. What is that doing? There we go. Now we got a nice job. Look at that nice job screen over there. Any messages from me? Golden Moon wants to know. There we go. Haiti, thank you for your donation. I appreciate it. See my soon-to-be ex. What does he want from me? Paying too much game, so confused. Let's check that out. Sunflowers, indeed. Lady Margaret, I'm a big fan of sunflowers also. Where I walk in the afternoon, I need to stop walking in the afternoon. I'm going to have to change my schedule to morning because it is 95 degrees over here, and it was pretty brutal. I walk at like 3 o'clock. So yeah, we need to start walking early morning when it's nice and cool, get our exercise in, do all of that stuff. I usually try to get in 45 minutes a day. I think that's going to be all right. It's going to be all right. All right, let's check out the job screen over there. We got too many things on the job screen. What is this? Can we move this? I think we should move this over here. There we go. All right, so you got the chat over here. You got the queue over here. You got the cards sandwiched right in the middle. I think it's going to work out. We could move the cards down here. What do you think? That would be not half bad at all. Still looks kind of confusing, but sure, a bit messy. Okay. So, Queen of Water, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. Who is Spirit bringing me now? Okay, so let's see. We have some gossip. The Page of Pentacles, the Star, Ace of Pentacles, Six of Pentacles, sort of reversed. I mean, let's see. What was your question? You want to know why they're gossipy kind of thing? Mother One thinks the two are annoying. A tip to deal with these two. Okay, so they like to gossip and pick on people. I mean, as far as does anyone else know they're annoying? I mean, I think so. We got a Page of Pentacles reverse and we got an Ace of Pentacles. So I think that they sort of do this out of habit. This is sort of how they treat people, sort of how they do things. And, eventually it just sort of comes and bites you because people don't really trust you at some point. Because, I mean, obviously, if somebody is gossiping about me and then or somebody else, and then I leave the room, they're going to gossip about me. So it doesn't take a genius to figure out that if they're gossiping about you right now, they're going to be gossiping about somebody else as well. So, I mean, people know that they're sort of next in line for the gossip. You know what I'm saying? They're sort of next in line for that gossip. And once you have that gossip started, they're the type of person that gossips. So I think other people sort of know that, right? The Star, they're sort of guided with that. They seem to be pretty obvious as far as getting into that and all that stuff. So I do think that everybody sort of knows that as well. The Ace of Pentacles as well. It's almost like that this has hurt them in the past. So I don't think they really care because they are managers. They don't make the rules and all of that. Philippe and Gracia and Bartman, how are you doing? So they do make the rules. They are the boss. People will tend to treat them, with respect. People that tend to treat them pretty good because they are the boss. They don't have any choice. But if people didn't have to hang out with them, I don't think they're going to hang out with them. So obviously, people know that they're gossipy. If I don't need to hang out with them, I'm not. The minute work is over, I'm going to get out of there type thing. So the Star says that people sort of know that. The Ace of Pentacles, again, this has bitten them in the butt in the past, but again, they don't really care. And the Six of Pentacles, it sort of affects how they treat people. How they treat people sort of shines as far as what kind of manager they are. And a lot of people don't really want to be under them and all of that other stuff. So, I mean, it's just a matter of trying to avoid it. Don't interact with it. Don't take part in it. Don't be part of the gossip. Don't listen to it. Just change the subject or anything like that. So you don't have to be a part of the gossip. Just sort of ignore it and move on. You know what I mean? So if somebody's gossiping about something, you got two choices. You can say, yeah, I don't like that guy or whatever. Then you can go, oh, and then you go, oh, by the way, the project that was due yesterday, that's running late, as you know, I think I have an idea to do. So you completely change the subject if they're gossiping about somebody. So to you. So, I mean, anyway, that's what I would do personally. That's just, the tarot cards don't really say how to deal with that. They just say that this is sort of a natural thing that they do. They're in charge, so they get to do that. They don't really care much and all of that good stuff. So, yeah, just don't participate in it. If you're not an active participant and you don't actively enjoy it, you don't actively get excited about it and listen to what they say, they'll tell somebody else. There's plenty of people that love gossip. There's plenty of people that love to hear it. There's plenty of people that will participate in it. And if you're not one of them, then, you like to talk about work at work. How strange is that? I like to talk about work at work. So, yeah, just don't participate. Okay. Just my 2 cents, but you did ask me, so I mean, there you go. Just my 2 cents. Feel free to ask anybody else. Maybe they have a different opinion. Maybe they have a different idea. Philippe, good to see you. And Jen Bo, welcome. Both of you, how are you doing tonight? All right, ex-husband. Uh-oh, HG. Speaking of drama, we got ex-husband drama. We need to figure out what to do about all of that. Check that out. What would be a good, what did I just press? What would be a good ex-husband drama deck? I'm thinking, drama. If I'm thinking about drama, I'm thinking about this. I'm thinking about the Bonfire Tarot. I'm just saying. That's a good ex-husband deck. It is. There you go. Jay says, just disagree with them in a nice way. They usually get the idea. Yeah, just, like, well, Mr. Gossip, did you have any more gossip for me, or can I get back to work? I mean, did you have any more gossip for me, Mr. Boss, or can I just get back to work? What do you think? What do you think would be a better thing for us to do? To work or to listen to your gossip? I don't know. I'm leaning towards getting back to work because I got stuff to do. That project you assigned me, would you like me to actually do it, or did you want to sit here and gossip all day? You're the boss. You can make that choice. We can make that choice indeed. We use This Might Hurt Tarot for that. For the gossip. I mean, at least we had the This Might Hurt Tarot for the gossip thing. Okay. HG, soon to be ex-husband. So you got the paperwork. Haiti, you're ready for the paperwork. You got it filed. You're ready and all that stuff. Playing too many games. You're so confused. What does he want? 3 of coins, the world, the ace of swords, and the page of swords. Melba, hello. Thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. So as far as what does he want, I mean, the 3 of coins says that this is just something that they naturally do. The world, Shanique, hello. Thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. So the world upside down says they just like to just make other people miserable sometimes. They seem like that he just doesn't, he feels that you owe him something, or he feels that it was your fault for something, or he blames you for something that wasn't your fault, or in general, he thinks that, you're to blame for whatever. So Morton Family Tree, hello, what is going on? The world upside down says it's almost like the relationship or the interaction or things like that just didn't go their way. They had issues with it. They want to do something about it. And, sometimes they just like to take their anger out on you or to try to do that for their entertainment purposes type of thing. Picture what is going on. Thank you for your work. There you go. But the Ace of Wands says that this is, again, something that they do, something that they naturally do when they have frustrations, when they get angry, when they think somebody else is to blame for something that they did. They just do that. Ace of Wands is participate in those activities, and they're sort of confused with all of that stuff as to how to get that properly expressed and just how they do it. The Page of Swords says just sort of just sort of ignore it or deal with it. Or, there's nothing you can do. It's going to just magically stop them from doing that. The world upside down again. Maybe they just like to see the world burn, just like the Joker in The Dark Knight. But the Again, the Three of Coins is something that they naturally do, something that they, when they want to get blamed, when they want to push it off on somebody, when they want to take out some frustrations, they're going to play games. They're not going to have honest, open communication, which is most likely the reason that you ended up dumping them in the first place. So, I mean, that's sort of where the ex-husband drama comes. As far as what they want, again, if they wanted something, they could just communicate it. If they wanted something, they could just put it in the divorce decree. It's not something that they want. It's something that they're trying to manipulate you, or they're trying to change your behavior. They're trying to just make you, miserable, basically. So, I mean, there you go. There you go. So, yeah, I mean, if it's something that needs communication, that's certainly possible without playing games. Certainly possible without playing games, especially once we get into the divorce decree and the divorce proceedings and whatnot. Then it's sort of a legal matter at that point. All right. Who is Spirit bringing me now? Let's check that. Queen of Water. Who is Spirit bringing me now? What would be a good deck for that? Thinking I would do the... we can do this one. We can do this one. The Gilded Tarot. As somebody said, that thing is thinner than you are. Alba, what is going on? Thank you for your subscription. I appreciate that. And Chanique, welcome to the channel. Chanique, if you haven't hit that like and subscribe button, please do. I have 700 videos. Chanique, that's a lot of videos. Chanique, that's a lot of videos. You can choose from, you can hang out, watch some courses, watch some stuff on court cards, all that stuff. Lavender Seas and Blah, welcome. Blah, what is going on? Thanks for hanging out on the channel. Lavender Seas and Blah, appreciate your donation. All right, all the paperwork, how do you see the PT course going? Let's check that out. Check that out and see how it goes. See how the PT course goes. In the meantime, let's find out who is Spirit bringing me now. The Page of Swords. I think that you have maybe sort of this short-term relationship sort of coming in. The person is definitely not very romantic. More of a just a, this a procedural type of relationship, and they sort of learned their relationship skills on, watching a movie or something. I mean, they're not really good. They're not really good with just relationships in general. The Page of Swords, they're able to adapt to things. In other words, when you have a hobby, it'll be something fun for them as well. They've had some experience in it because they dabble in it. So sort of a jack of all trades in that respect. Not very romantic at all. The Knight of Cups being reversed. If you watch the Knight video, this is somebody that is very romantic, is very good with romance, very good, make you feel comfortable, very good with getting the empathy and getting everything sort of moving and all that stuff, making you sort of excited with the romance and all that. The Knight of Cups upside down says they're not exactly there yet. They're not exactly there yet. They're more of a page, so more of a bit of a beginner, or sort of somebody that is not that good, basically doesn't have a lot of experience, has a lot of trials, and they try stuff and it doesn't work, and they don't really know what to do sometimes. Eight of Wands as well, they sort of have problems getting a relationship moving, they have problems getting commitment and whatnot. But the Four of Pentacles sort of points to that they are a bit maybe on the not so giving side as well. So they keep a lot, they internalize a lot of things. They when something happens, they think maybe it's my fault. I think that they have a bunch of problems with that as well. So, I mean, it's sort of an odd relationship, sort of an odd thing to sort of jump into. But if you're interested in a short-term relationship, it just seems that this is an opportunity that we could get into. I mean, an opportunity that we could sort of jump into. Alyssa, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. If you're wondering why would the Spirit bring me this, I don't know. So, yeah, I'm not interested in stupid. I mean, this is sort of what the cards say. Page of Swords, able to adapt, able to sort of get in there and get into a relationship, able to be sort of a jack of all trades. And Knight of Cups, not exactly romantic, having issues with moving forward. The Eight of Wands, very active, very fiery thing. Reverse is sort of that. Four of Pentacles, hanging on to what we have, hanging on to what we know, and not really getting out and getting outside of our comfort zone. So, I mean, you know, these are just traits that are here. I just state myself. These are just traits that are there. These are traits that are there. They may have many other things that you just sort of fall in love with. They may have some sort of magic, maybe some sort of interesting personality or something that you would like. But yeah, anyway, that's what the cards say. Well, good luck. I hope that doesn't sound like you're too interested in it, but all right. Melba, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. I think I'll take myself out. There you go. Once you're out of quarantine, take yourself out. All right. MG. How does my boyfriend see our relationship? Well, I hope he sees it pretty good. Wow, that's laggy. They did an update to the software and they really increased the lag. I mean, congratulations. It wasn't laggy enough before, but now you really knocked it out of the park with that lag. I'm just saying. You really knocked it out of the park with that lag on the software. There you go. In bed. Paula, what's going on? Doing readings? I didn't see you come in. How are you doing this evening? Send out, put the gift registry and shop it yourself. There you go. There you go. Get the gift registry out there. Just shop around. Man, I went to the Best Buy is doing really bad over here. So they still aren't open. I don't know why. They still aren't open. And I went online. I was like, you know, if I ordered something from there, what should I get? So I went shopping on Best Buy, and the store that's been closed forever now has nothing there. Like, there's no iPads, no TVs, there was no laptops. I'm like, why wouldn't I just order off Amazon at this point? There you go, Queen of Water. All right. Let's check it out. How does my boyfriend see our relationship? Hermit. The Six of Coins. Ooh, okay, the Six of Coins looks good. And the Six of Coins looks good as well. I think they see it pretty good. I think they see it all right. The King of Cups. I mean, it's something where they find it comfortable. They find it comfortable, but sometimes they wish it would change some things. I mean, but they're not going to say anything. It's sort of like the person that maybe doesn't like a lot of conflict. They don't like to leap into things and just, you know, leap into it and get really upset with you or something like that, to sort of put up with it, not say anything. So, I mean, you know, the King of Cups doesn't really like that conflict, doesn't really like to go into that and dive full steam into the conflict. It doesn't seem like it's something they're highly interested in. And of course, like you're talking about, double Virgo, the Hermit, you know, they see sort of as a unit. So you both form a unit. You both form sort of this one personality. I think that we go well together. We have like thoughts on some things. But the Hermit just sort of says that we have that. The Hermit also sort of shines a light on other things. It sort of shines a light over here on the King of Cups. Again, pointing to that we do have emotional connection. I think the emotional connection is there. It's pretty good. But again, the King of Cups, we do have things that we dislike about each other. A lot of times we just don't want to dive fully into that conflict. There is a bit of, you know, they like to be sort of giving as well. The Six of Coins, you like to be giving. I think that they enjoy the fact that you're a generous person. You seem to be a generous person both in the relationship and both outside of the relationship as well. So you find things, you know, to help people out, or you're a helpful person, and you're also just a good person overall. And this sort of, you know, it makes it where it's nice to have you around. It's nice to be in a relationship with you, other than, you know, somebody else that would not be as generous or not be as good of a person. So, I mean, overall, they sort of like that. They like the fact factor about you. And the Six of Swords, sort of moving into the next range, or the relationship is moving into something better, or being with you sort of improves their life. Being with you improves them, brings you to a place that's going to be better. The Six of Swords, taking a ride and moving as well. I'm wondering if you're kind of in a moving mood, or you've been shopping for a different place together or something like that. I'm kind of curious with the moving, because it does say moving, but also points to getting into a better place. I mean, you have multiple people in the boat. In other words, you're both in the boat. You're sort of moving into that space. And I think overall, it's looking pretty good with that. So it looks like that everything is going well. Just the conflict avoidance look like the only negative factor. Now I'm curious if you're moving or not, because that is a moving card. But again, it also says that we're going into a better place. So together, we can become a better force and become a better unit that can go forth and do things and have friends and whatnot. So anyway, all right. Let's see about that. Got a new job and better pay. There you go. All right, Shanique, World Tarot, CWT. So CWT, are you asking when your twin flame is coming around, or are you asking why your twin flame is coming around? Let me know. Let me know, because those are totally different questions. So there you go. All right. Oh, let me know. Those are radically different questions. But you typed out why my twin flame come around. So there we go. Renee, what is going on? It's good to see you. Okay, let's grab. By the way, my Chiro cloths come in Saturday. So Saturday evening, we should have that. We should have the good old Chiro cloths. All right, why? Let's see. So, why my twin flame coming around? Okay, let's find out about that. So you got a twin flame, and they came around, and now you're interested as to why they came around? Let's see. Poppy, what is going on? Every time I see Poppy, I think of that Seinfeld episode. All right. Poppy, thank you for your donation. Let me know what your question is. What is going on, Poppy? What is happening there? All right. Why is my twin flame coming around? Six of Swords, we just had an interaction with the Six of Swords. I think you're ready to move into a better space. We're ready to move into a better space. We're ready to get something different. I think we're sort of stagnating at some point. The Five of Cups, the Lord of Loss and Pleasure, really sort of points to that we just don't have everything we need. We're missing something. We need something. There needs to be something that can expand us, can get us excited, can get us into a better place. And we've had not a lot of luck with that as well. The Five of Cups, again, not only the loss of pleasure. Mona, hello, what's going on? Not only the loss of pleasure, but just sort of the dissatisfaction in general, just sort of dissatisfaction in general with a lot of things. The Knight of Pentacles into Temperance. The Knight of Pentacles sort of points to that pride that we have in what our accomplishments are. And I think you sort of want to share that with somebody as well. So you have accomplishments. You have good things that you have done. You have a lot of interesting things, interesting life aspects that you'd like to share with somebody as well. And there's only so much, that you can do. There's only so much you can do sort of just by yourself or things like that. So it's time to sort of have a twin flame and have that person share in the excitement and share in your experience as well. So the Knight of Pentacles is sort of sitting around in a field, enjoying the wheat that is surrounding them and all of that other stuff. So just seems that you want to share that with somebody. Daughter of Reconcilers, as far as the Temperance is concerned, it's sort of, you need a back and forth with somebody, or a back and forth with all of that. So we need sort of a back and forth with somebody where we can, again, bounce ideas off of, get some things going, and have some sharing opportunities with other people as well. So there you go. There you go. As far as why my twin flame come around. Okay. Well, there you go. So that's sort of it. Antonella, what is going on? It's good to see you. How is everybody doing tonight? It is, what is today? Wednesday. There we go. Wednesday. How to be a good employee and look for a new job. Are you asking how to look for a new job? Lavender Seas, let me know a little clarification there. Looking for a new job, bringing everything into balance. It's like, you know, it's like Anakin Skywalker was supposedly going to bring the Force into balance. Supposedly, but that didn't work out. But you know what does work out every time? That is the Light Seers Tarot. I'm just saying. Haley, what is going on? Good to see you. All right. It is hump day indeed. Yeah. You know, when I thought it was Thursday, maybe it is Thursday over there. Paula, maybe it is Thursday. Christina, what is going on? So good to see you. Mansfield, what is up? Okay. Any new career? I have no idea. Okay, you want to know about a new career, new job opportunities is what I think you're saying. Upcoming future. We want it all. We want all that good stuff. All the good stuff. We need to have all of that good stuff. And we'll get it with the Light Seers Tarot here. And the new Chiro Marchetti claws that are coming in. Pretty hyped, gotta say. Pretty hyped. Well, the Five of Pentacles, you're not really satisfied. That's a problem. You need something that matches you. You need something that matches your skills. You need something that matches what you do, how you do it. And you also need a manager that sort of appreciates you as well. What is it? Reading title. It has a job. I have to put a space after it. This program is getting really annoying. You need something that matches you, and you need something that is able to give you some satisfaction as far as work is concerned, where you can go home at night and say, you know, did a pretty good job. I had fun and all that stuff as well. The Ten of Cups, you're just not really feeling that. You see the Five of Pentacles and the Ten of Cups reverse. Again, you're not really feeling that. You want something that has some emotional satisfaction. That can come from some good coworkers where you're excited about seeing them. They ask, how was your day? You ask, I'm doing good. And you can share experiences, maybe go out, you know, after work sometime and all of that stuff. But you're just not feeling that as well. So as far as a new career is concerned, the Two of Swords, you're sort of waiting at some point. You're sort of delaying at that as well. And you're sort of trying to get into something different, but you're just not sure where to go. So we're sort of being blindfolded by crows. It's also sort of this indecision moment where we're having blockages and we're having things trying to get it going at full steam, and it's just not sort of capable of all of that other stuff. So the Two of Swords, we're having blockages. We're trying to get that done. We're just not having much success with that. Seven of Pentacles, if you're looking for a new career, looking for something new, Seven of Pentacles says that, I mean, it may be a while, right? If you're looking for a completely different career, something completely different, something completely separate, Seven of Pentacles is planting some things, waiting for it to grow. And a lot of times that takes a considerable amount of time and work. So you could be in a situation where you're trying to jump into something else. You maybe have to get a different degree. You may have to get a bunch of different certifications. You may have to get different training, which could take months to do if you're going into a trade and whatnot. So, I mean, overall, it's just sort of challenging to get that done and challenging to get into a new career. So overall, it says that, I mean, basically try to keep in the same field, maybe, but try something a bit different. In other words, maybe if you're doing I don't know, maybe if you're doing a certain type of language with application skills, then maybe we can go into something with a different application language or something like that. Anyway, so looking for cues. We are currently on Lavender Seas. Then we have Blah, Alyssa, and then Poppy. So there is our cue. We are right here, right there. There we go. Got the new cue. Got the new cue thing. I mean, there you go. All right, like no professional life will go. Thank you in advance. All right, let's see about Blah. Blah had a question, and it was below. Let's scroll up and find out what that question below was. paper. Oh, that's right. Okay, got the paperwork in. Let's do that. Now the PT course goes. How will the PT course going? There we go. Yeah, the roots and all that other stuff. Seven of Pentacles, kind of a confusing card sometimes. Kind of confusing sometimes. That's why I address it in my book. I got it into my book. Okay, the Dark Man. Dark Mansion Tarot. Does my boyfriend want to settle down with me soon, like a marriage proposal? Melba, thank you for your donation. I greatly appreciate another donation there. Check out your boyfriend. See if they're going to have a marriage proposal. It did sound really good. I mean, that did sound like a really good relationship. So hopefully, move on to phase 2 there. Get on a knee, move on to phase 2, and see what happens. All right. In the meantime, let's find out what the physical training course is going to do. Angie, they ship today. Well, there you go. All right. Haley, what is going on? Haley says, haven't been on a live show in a while. Yeah. See? Getting great internet. I'm not sure what the last show you saw, Haley, was, but yeah, we've been doing this. You gotta upgrade. You gotta upgrade sometimes. How will the physical thing go? You're not really in charge of it. You're sort of following along. The Emperor reversed into the Emperor. Somebody else is in charge about that. You're not really in charge. You're trying to go along. They have some confusing things that they do, but they are pretty sharing and pretty giving as far as that's concerned. As far as the Four of Pentacles being reversed, they're pretty open about what they expect, how the course goes, what they want you to do, how they want you to process stuff, how they want you to tackle this and that. And as far as procedurally, they have a pretty good section sort of mapped out. Now, you do have some issues back and forth once you get in there, because there are some confusing little pieces here and there that you're trying to figure out how to do properly or whatnot. It doesn't seem like some stuff is clear. I think most of it is pretty clear and pretty obvious, but some of it is just not, and you sort of have to guess with it, and you'll make mistakes, and then they'll point out your mistakes and you're sort of embarrassed, but some of it is just sort of confusing and all of that stuff. So again, the Empress and the Emperor being reversed is you don't have a lot of power. You are sort of in there just for the experience, and they will guide you and lead you as far as that's concerned, as to what needs to be done. But again, we have confusing orders sometimes. Everything is pretty much organized except for the few cases that I'm sort of talking about. But the Wheel of Fortune, you get through it. And at the end, I think you have opportunities for some other stuff as well. I think, in other words, you meet people and they have opportunities for something, or you get through it and you see and you hear about other opportunities as well. So it's like there's a part 1. This is a part 1 of part 2 or 3 or 4 or whatever like that. Angie, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. Let's see, into your own business. Let's check that out in just a minute. All right. Alyssa wants to know, may I ask if the Sag is communicating again for a romantic beginning? He will be a better man this time. Let's check it out. Are we going to be a better man? Are we going to be a better man like the line in As Good as It Gets? Is that what we're going to do? Is that what we're going to do? All right, I need to type this out here. Okay. Let's see. ALP wants to know. Okay, well, the Sages communicate again for a better tomorrow. For a better tomorrow and a new beginning. We do specify a new beginning in here. So let's sort of sneak into the cards and find out if we do indeed have some new beginning stuff. Some new beginning stuff. That would be really cool. That would be really cool indeed. Coffee and donuts. Wow, I miss donuts. I miss anything other than a salad. I miss food. I'm just saying. A donut tarot deck. If it wasn't so much freaking work to make a tarot deck, I'd tackle that. I would tackle that. A donut tarot deck. Could have Homer Simpson as one of the cards. I mean, it is donuts. All right. Will the Sag communicate again or not? Will they be a better man? Ten of Swords points to no. The Sun upside down points to no. The Devil points to no. And the Five of Wands. Well, this is really bad. Alyssa, sorry about this. Sorry about that. You know? Sorry about that, Alyssa. This looks really bad. I'm just saying. Ten of Swords being stabbed. All of that time. The blood trickling down. The window open as well. Just doesn't look good. It's not a good look. The Ten of Swords is not a good look for will we be communicating again. Will they come back and be a better man this time? We do have some problems with that. The Sun reversed as well. Seems like the opportunity has sort of passed. Opportunity has sort of slipped away. And we're in a situation where we're trying to recover it or hoping for it. But in reality, we may have some Poppy, you are next, my friend. We may have some pretty challenging times ahead. The Devil says there's just too much temptation. There's literally too much temptation. There's too much baggage. That cloud that was hovering over before we broke up is still there. It hasn't really cleared up. The sunshine isn't coming in. We just have sort of this cloud hanging over us with the temptation. And, you know, sort of maybe this is time to sort of just reevaluate that stuff. The Five of Wands, this fighting has ceased. The conflict is done. There's not really any more conflict. There is not. But, you know, you just don't come out of no conflict into just magically better times. You do have a stage in between. That stage in between is covered with bad cards. So I'm just going to say no. I'm just going to say no. Give you the bad news on the show tonight. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. You know, I usually get all excited, want to give all that good news and all of that stuff. Poppy wants to know a year. What is going on? You know, what's going on for the rest of the year? What is going on for the rest of the year? Yeah, Alyssa. Alyssa, that's a rough read. It's a rough read. But let's do a good read here. Let's get the Hobbit Tarot. The Hobbit Tarot. There we go. There we go. Not sure with a suit of wands or swords for a donut deck. Yeah. Well, the Three of Swords is obviously, you know, penetrating the donut instead of the heart. We know that. We know that. The Fool is a donut rolling off a cliff. Rolling right off the cliff. And, yeah. The Magician would be the donut with a wand in the hole. And the High Priestess, I'm not sure. The High Priestess, instead of a veil, we could have like this icing, a veil of icing, you know, falling onto the donut. What do you think? What do you think? A veil of icing off the donut machine, you know? That's the veil behind the donut when the icing pours down over it. Oh, I don't know what the Emperor or the Empress would be. Oh, man, the Empress maybe a donut with cream filling, you know? Insert joke here. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just, you know, throwing it out there. Poppy wants to know about the rest of the year. Speaking of throwing it out there, Poppy, it's time to go. Poppy, it's time to go. The Eight of Cups. It's time to go. I think we have something that you're hanging on to that you need to abandon. We have something that is just too much. You're hanging on to it, desperately trying to hang on to this stuff. You're trying to get it done. We're trying, and you need to give up. You need to give up. You need to abandon something. If it's not going to do you any good, if it's wasting your time, Poppy, you got to go. You got to go. The Queen of Cups being reversed. It's going to be sort of an emotional type thing. Not really good emotions in all of that. Need to sort of get control over that. So we have something that is disadvantageous. We have something that makes us mad. We need to address that. We need to address that, and don't let that eat you alive. Don't let it eat you alive. Morton wants to know, where did you get the card stand? Morton, you got to hit the subscribe button. There's a video I show you. Okay, Morton, this only costs $20 to make. It only costs $20 to make. You can make it yourself. I got plans, I got designs, and I'll show you step by step how to make this. It's a video. Search for Card Tower. Search for Card Tower in the videos and hit that subscribe button so you get all the notifications of all the cool stuff that I make around here. I'm just saying. All right. The Fool, it's also time to take a trip. It's time to get out of your comfort zone and rush into something. Get into something new. I think you have an opportunity coming up. It's going to be fun. It's going to be entertaining. Jump into that and have fun with all that. Strength reversed says sometimes if something's annoying, you need to address it. Don't just put up with it. Don't just put up with it. Gabrielle Lewis wants to know what's the rules. There is no list. There is no list. Donations take priority. We got a lot. So there is no list, by the way. Donation take priority, then a pick at random. And by the way, the Waterfall Tarot is up on Kickstarter. If you like beautiful cards, I know you do. You're looking at these cards and you're like, holy crap, that looks really cool. I want to read when I'm reading with these on the stream. You're going to be like, I wish I would have gotten it. It's already over. I wish I would have gotten it I wish I would have gotten it because it looks really good when he does it on the stream. Okay. Melba. Okay, the boyfriend. We're going to settle down. What are we going to do? What are we going to do, Melba? Let's see. I hope so. Boyfriend going to settle down, or what is he going to do? We're in the good news zone right now. Are you in the honeymoon period still? Are you in the honeymoon period? I mean, I'm just asking. Is this still the honeymoon portion of all of that stuff? To where you get to, all right, we're going way, way back in the back, and we're getting this beauty right here. If you haven't seen the Tarot Tower video, by the way, I fit 50 decks in one stand. 50 decks in one stand. Throw a cloth over it. Throw a cloth over it so it doesn't get dusty. Throw a cloth over it, but between use, and then you'll be all excited. You'll be all excited. Well, I'm just saying. I mean, if it's still going this good after a year and 4 months, then I mean, this could be it. This could be it right here. We got the Page of Swords reversed already. Got the Page of Swords reversed already. Who was new? Who was new and didn't? Let's see. Any good luck this year? Coffee Tarot. Why didn't you use? I don't have my deck yet. It's not printed quite yet. All right. Who's that? Okay. Well, yeah. So all the new people. We got so many new people. We got to do the money trick. All right. We got so many people. New people. We're going to do the money trick. I got one. I need to get a justification for this. You need to go out and get some tarot decks. And you don't have enough money. All I got is $1, $2, $3, $4, $5. And that's all I got. How many tarot decks can you get for $5? I mean, realistically, how many tarot decks can you get for $5? Not many. So what you have to do is use magic and you just go like that. And it becomes $100. It actually is $100. Now I get 20. So I can buy, a couple of tarot cards with this. This is going to be much better to go shopping with. So now I can get on Amazon. I can go get some more cards. That is a money trick. If you haven't been here before, you're welcome. Okay. All right. Let's see about this. Let's see about this and find out. Are we going to get into a real relationship after a year and 4 months? There needs to be some beef behind here. Gabrielle Lewis. Yes, I have a PayPal right down there. All right. 8 of Cups. Not the best card. Four of Cups, Hangman, Page of Swords, King. We're doing good. We're doing good. I think that we both have a history of failed relationships. We have a history of stuff that just didn't work out. We know what doesn't work because we've had previous relationships. The Eight of Cups, where we have had to abandon it. We've had to leave. We need, it just didn't work out quite the way we wanted it to. Not everything went perfectly. The Eight of Cups, we've had that experience. I think from having that experience, we know what doesn't work. And that's going to be important to get what does work. So a lot of times, we get into a situation where we fall in love. It just didn't work out. The next relationship, we're constantly paranoid because we're trying to not to repeat that crap that we just did or whatever, or what just happened. Now, the King of Cups in this particular relationship means we've grown. We've become the king. The king is good at relationships. They have the experience, they have the knowledge, and they have the wherewithal to move into better relationships to get that beautiful King of Cups feel. King of Cups feel with that stuff as well. The Page of Swords, we're sort of tired of dealing with all the other garbage. We're tired of dealing with the dating, tired of dealing with the cheating like you're talking about. So we're tired of dealing with a lot of this stuff. We really don't want that. The Hanged Man, we want something more stable. We want something more stable as well. So, and then the Four of Cups being reversed. We know what we want. This is going to be a committed, a good relationship as far as that's concerned. So answer your original question. Looking for something that would indicate a marriage? Looking for something that would indicate a marriage proposal? I mean, I'm looking for anything. Anything. Throw me a bone over here. Anything. The only really cups that we have are sort of really mixed in with this. So as far as a marriage proposal, it doesn't seem the right time. It doesn't seem the right time. It seems like that they need something else, or they need something further. They need more experience. They need more time. And it's almost like that. Have you discussed this before with them? And what did they do? Did you discuss this and what did they say? I just don't see anything that would indicate a marriage proposal. Just a combination that would indicate time to get down on the knee, time to make the further commitment, time to make anything like that. It would be anything that would sort of match up a couple of different characters. The Page of Swords and the King of Cups, such an odd combination. Doesn't seem like a marriage proposal. Going into this, I would expect maybe the Empress near the Emperor. The Empress in all would be great. I would expect a Two of Cups. I would expect a Lovers. Something that would further the relationship up. Maybe a Ten of Cups, where it would further it up, where it would expand it. Maybe a Ten of Pentacles, where we have the marriage. We have everything there. Everything is stable and everything is good. Any of those, I would be really leaning towards something like that. I would be really leaning towards something like that. But it seems like something else needs to happen before it does. So we're waiting on something. We're waiting on a particular event. We're waiting on a mood. I don't know. We're waiting on something to get it further along, and we just don't have it yet. Four of Cups, though, we do have a rock-solid relationship. We do have that in the future, but right now doesn't look like it's the exact perfect time for that. So again, I'm sorry. All the indicators of that, I really, really wish that we had some good stuff, because I love getting out good news. I do love giving out good news. All right. Speaking of good news, let's go over here. Why am I putting that on? I just did that. Let's use a deck we haven't used in literally forever. Literally forever. In fact, I don't know if I still have the button for it. Yeah, I do. The Hush Tarot. It has been a long minute since I've broken this thing out. A long minute. This is one of the hand painted. This is the oil painting. My favorites. The oil painting. If I'm going to do an oil painting of a tarot, I'm not going to make it look like this. I'm just saying. This and the slow tarot are this dingy, you know, if I'm going to oil paint, by the way, that takes a buttload of time. If you've done any oil painting and you're serious, you're going to get a canvas out. You're going to do 78 canvases. Number one, that's outrageously expensive. Outrageously expensive. And the second problem, I mean, I'm going to do something that looks a lot better than this. If I do that, that's a lot of money. And that is a lot of time. We're talking like a year minimum. If you're the greatest oil painter in the world, it's like a year. And you come up with that? I don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe I'm too picky. Maybe I am. But, I mean, it's going to look much better than this. It's going to be bright, colorful. It's going to be where you look at it and you get excited. You're like, that is beautiful. That is pretty. I like that. I would not come up with this stuff. I'm just saying. We know we need to step it up. We need to step it up. Need to get it and move it up. Kick it. What is it? Emerald Lagasse. Kick it up a notch and just go bam, you know? Wolf says, Wolf agrees. It takes oil painting. It takes ages. All right. So we'll get another one. We'll get another one of these cards. Oh, man. I'm going to be happy when mine comes out. I'm not saying mine's better. I'm just saying I want to do an oil painting of the Thoth. I do want to do that one day, but the amount of money is stupid. It's a grand minimum. You're talking about $1,000. Like, okay, getting the canvases, because you need smooth canvas. If you want the details, you need oil paint is not cheap. If you want decent oil paint, that's going to be good on there. You need to prep your can. The amount of time is insane. Career. Own business. Can we get our own business going? Wolf, hanging out. Thank you appreciate you hanging out with us tonight. We'll see you later. So Angie, let's check it out. Are we looking at our own business? We got a good Hanged Man. We got a good Ace of Swords. We have the Lovers, but we do have the Three of Swords. The Hanged Man sort of puts an interesting spin on it. Oh, good quality brushes. Oh, you want to see something? Okay, let me finish this. I'll show you something hilarious. Okay, just how much of an art geek I am, I will show you after this reading. Okay, so stay tuned if you want to see the art geek in me. The Ace does talk about a business, getting started, getting it up and running, getting the idea. So the swords are ideas, thoughts, speech, communication, and things like that, where we have that good combo, okay? Ace of Swords, you do have this idea. I think it's a good idea. I think that you do have an opportunity for your own business. The Hanged Man as well, it's a unique idea that nobody else has. This is an idea, and you can put a spin on your business that nobody has that can compete. And I think that you have that opportunity to get that going. So yes, do you have a good idea? Do you have an opportunity to do this? Absolutely. The Ace says yes. The idea is solid. Hanged Man, again, your perspective is going to be completely different than others. People are really going to flock to what that you have, or they're going to be excited about your ideas. And I think you have that type of personality, Angie, to where you're excited about something, it just explodes all over the place. Everybody is like, well, what's going on over there? When you're talking and you're excited, people want to know what it is. People want to hear your ideas. People want to get that. London, thank you for your subscription. Now, the Queen of Swords, though, says that there's a lot involved with this. The Queen of Swords is Corella DeVille. If you watch my videos, by the way, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. I appreciate it. If nothing else, for the magic trick. Come on. If nothing else, hit that like button for the magic. Okay. But the Queen of Swords is Corella DeVille. We're looking at sort of this negative thing. And then we have the Three of Swords over here, again, a negative thing. I think that this requires more planning, more research, more setup than you're anticipating. So when we leap into it, we need to be prepared. And if you're not, that's going to be a problem. And when you have Cruella de Vil over here, when you have this sort of this too much micromanagement in there, and we need to get this set up properly, it's going to become a pain in the butt very quickly, very quickly. Would I like to have seen a lot of other stuff here? I would. It would indicate a lot of other different things, but I don't see it. But the Lovers, again, indicates this is something you can get into, you can get passionate about. Again, it's going to have, you're going to have a lot of difficulty. It's like, let's say I want to start a business of, I'm assuming it's an easy start. Otherwise, you wouldn't be thinking about it. For example, if you want to start a car repair business, that's a lot of money. That's a lot of work. That's a lot of prep. And you need to have the experience. So if you just have an idea, I want to start a car repair business, by itself, that's going to not work out well, unless you know someone or you're really good at that. So, but I'm assuming yours is going to be more lenient or more easy. Like, I want to sell jewelry online. I want to make some jewelry I want to sell online, or I want to make tarot cards, or I want to paint stuff like the waterfall. I want to paint stuff like the waterfall. But I mean, I'm assuming that this is going to be a little bit easier for you. And that's going to be okay, but there's still something unexpected, something you're not telling us, something that is complicating this that you're not quite prepared for. And you need to knock that out before you start. You need to knock it out before you start. The Lovers indicate you're passionate about it. You're going to do it. You're going to be excited about it. You're going to wake up thinking about it. You're going to go to bed thinking about it. You're going to be all excited. You're going to be literally married to it. But again, avoid that Three of Swords. Skip the Three of Swords moment. Don't get into it without the necessary requirements. In other words, you're starting a YouTube channel, make sure that you have the banner, make sure that you have everything that looks like a YouTube channel. You have the graphics program or whatever you're going to use to make the cool thumbnails. Make sure that you have this stuff. Otherwise, you're going to run into problems. But basically, it's saying you're going to run into problems. So let's eliminate those. Let's come into it fresh. Let's get it started. And then do that. But again, any new business, as far as career goes, if you're going to start your own business, there's a run-up time. You're not going to make $1 million overnight. It's going to be a slow, progressively getting customers, getting a client base, getting known, and getting advertisement. That takes time. It takes money. It takes reinvesting. And eventually, at the end, you can make it your life's work or your sole income, but not immediately. So, but yeah, start it out, try part-time, do the necessary preparation, and tackle it, and have fun with all of that. Speaking of which, I'll be right back. I will go get my brushes, because Crystal said something about brushes. So, you got to see this. This is a... All right, so I do have a couple of oil painting brushes, a couple. I do have a couple of oil painting brushes. So yeah, there's that. So yeah, we'll put it over here. So I do have a couple of oil painting brushes, just a few, not very many, but yeah, I'm into oil painting a little bit. What do you think? What do you think? Do you think that I could get a little farther into oil painting? I'm not very serious about it. I think that I need to go brush shopping. Nothing says oil painting like a new brush. Nothing says oil painting like a new brush. And on that note, I am out of here. Thank you for joining me. We're here every night. If you didn't get your question answered tonight, I'm here every night. So come back. See you then.